Well, first of all, please let me say, 4 o'clock Eastern, over 11,000 have been spoken for. Thank you so much. And I do want to also preface this that, we do today's specials with the jeans and we'll bring in like, 70, 80, 90, 100,000. We have nowhere near the same quantity in the blazer. We are already over half of the quantity gone. We'll walk you through all of the incredible features, share with you the gorgeous colors. I know last hour, the ivory I was wearing, the blush Diane has on, the navy and the black were way out in the lead. It's simple sizing, an extra small through 3X. Today, it's $69.99 for a must-have blazer that will give you, all of, as we talked about, all of that structure that we do love in a blazer, but does so not in a harsh way, in a feminine look and style that will work with anything feminine, in your wardrobe.
Many times what blows it for me with blazer, well, first of all, no stretch blows it for me, period. But I have to go up a couple of sizes just to get it to fit my upper arm. As we age, we can gain a lot of weight through our upper arm. I was born with it, so it's not like it got better as I got older. So the further I go up to get that fit, the whole thing is just baggy, and frankly, the sleeve's a little baggy too. Look at the fit on this. Now, I'm not a slim girl. I've got a very big waist and tummy, and yet I have ease of buttoning it. I could put 2 or 3 layers on underneath this and still fit through the sleeve. And best of all, if you are anybody who has invested in career clothing and you've perhaps bought some pretty good blazers in your time, I'll face the challenge. Got a $269 blazer in your closet? Guess what? It can't rival this. That's why I wore it for Woman of the Year Award in Palm Beach. And to get up on a dais and give a speech in front of 450 women, and was it like a DG2 day? They all wore DG2 jeans.
Oh, congratulations, Diane.
Thank you, but you know what? You're gonna come up against that kind of visibility and having videos done on you as you're speaking, and you want something with confidence. Why didn't I choose one of the blazers in my closet that was $1,000 bucks, $2,000 bucks that I'd bought as a sample? Quite frankly, because this one was a better fit for me. I love it. It didn't wrinkle. It lasted all day long through a series of events. I didn't have to worry about it. It looked perfect every time. And because it was fully lined, and even in Palm Beach, in kind of semi-tropical weather, not even a crease in it. This guy goes from morning to night, wearing after wearing, and then you can put it in a washing machine. It's washable. So it's the way it's woven that creates the lack of wrinkle, makes it what we like to call wrinkle resistant. And the colors are divine. See, I'll tell you what I love. I love the way I'm seeing Carol in the sea glass aqua with the ivory. I mean, if that is not a drop dead look, if you live anywhere along the Gulf Coast, that is a total must-have look. Gosh. I love the way we're seeing the blush blazer done with chambray. When is the last time you saw a machine washable blazer? Maybe never?
Never. Not a lined one.
Fully lined.
Fully lined. And one thing we didn't talk about.
Back vents.
The way it's lined, because all linings are not created equal. Finished, there are no raw seams. Everything is stitched down. So the lining, even just the way you do the lining, and it is obviously a stretch lining. How many times you get a stretch garment and then they put a lining in it? How dumb is it? It's not stretch.
And you want to know why?
It's ridiculous.
I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because it's much more expensive.
I bet.
Because spandex is one of the most expensive man-made fibers on earth. Nobody wants to spend the money putting that line.
Look at that. That's the lining, guys.
That's the lining. I also want to show you one other thing. On the back vents, they come hand tacked. So when you get this home, it's pristine. You'll clip this open, but it has a beautiful make to it. It is fully interlined in front, which means it's always going to hold its shape. To the back, those back vents are heaven. They take care of a million figure faults. Got the right waist suppression for an older woman because as our bust drops, we can't wear all that high-waisted suppression. And it's got the right princess seam placement so that the bust expansion is in the correct area. Got a more generous upper arm. It's got a little bit of bell here so you can wear any kind of sleeve underneath it. And I know this is one of the most difficult TSs I've ever had to talk about because I don't know how to convince you, if you don't know DG2, that for $70, you're probably gonna get the best blazer of your life.
You know what, I think you're 100% right. And the other thing that you touched upon, Diane, and I had to laugh about this because I had a blazer on the other day because like I said, I've been trying to find one and my boobs are here, the dart details down here.
Way
off.
Way off.
Way off.
And then to me, the waist suppression is way off. The upper arm is way off.
All of it.
I love the way we put the double B's and flap pockets on the diagonal.
Yes.
That again is very slimming.
Yes.
You'll see the girls and Victoria's in a knee-high boot. And honestly, there are so many occasions where this is as soft and malleable as a beautiful blouse, but it is what I call body armor because it hides a million figure faults. And you're gonna see this again and again on runway reports, in every single magazine. Women wear a blazer because they feel they're taken more, I do, feel I'm taken more seriously in a blazer.
I completely agree,
if I'm in a
Diane.
work environment. What are you gonna wear to a business meeting? Some kind of messy blouse or t-shirt? I don't think so. What are you gonna wear to a church event? Maybe you wanna put this suit together navy to navy with the trouser, or maybe you wanna create the ultimate workhorse, the black blazer and the black trouser, straight leg trouser, both in the gabardine.
Exactly.
Here,
and I'm sorry to interrupt you, Diane, but we will tell you because over 80% of the gabardine trouser is gone.
brought in more, didn't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Didn't know.
And we do, so again, at this point, we'll be sharing with you the number on the gabardine trouser.
This was supposed to last till midnight tonight because we have shows at 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. and there's no way.
I think there's fewer than 100 in the blush, Diane.
Yeah, we're scrambling to figure this out. But you guys obviously love that head to toe look. And honestly, so do I. And I love the way you can sit in this. You could walk into a restaurant and create impact. I'll bet you've got a million church events to go to in a blazer, but I think you never anticipated spending for a fully lined blazer that also had machine washability and wrinkle resistant factor under $70, and it's fitted for you. And it's extra small to extra large, and you get to get it home. Now, my way of wearing it may not be your way of wearing it. My way of wearing it is to wear it with a pair of jeans. A great pair of boots right now. A great ballet flat on days I want to be lazy. A tennis shoe on the weekend. Because even in New York, you're in an urban area, you got to show a little structure and dress up no matter what. And always know you're not going to have to pull the steamer out and refresh this.
Right.
You can wear this time after time, hang it up, and that's what happened to me in Palm Beach. I wore it again and again, just hung it up in the closet, and it was fine. I wore it morning to night. I wore it, I had part of a school dedicated to me.
Diane,
so I wore the navy with a novelty T-shirt, and I got to, these guys. It was funny because the state senator, had on a suit to die for, and I was wearing my blazer, and I was comparing his blazer to my blazer, he said, "Oh, my blazer was custom made." And honestly, my blazer looked custom made as well. So if you're somebody who loves beautiful fit, if you're somebody who wants to get something at a price which makes me treasure it more, but at a price that really makes sense for your budget and your income, I hope you'll trust us when we tell you that this is more like a $269 blazer. We've sold plain jeans for $69 that have a quarter of the workmanship this has. And it's got every bell and whistle. You'll find the waist allows you to button it, no matter what size you are.
Right.
You'll find the bust darts are in just the right place. Find the lining totally luxurious. The colors are divine. And this is gonna become, just like your favorite jean, that go-to piece. Every time you go to the closet and you say to yourself, gotta make a presentation today, gotta go to a church event today, oh my gosh, what am I gonna wear to my sister-in-law's kid's wedding in April, May, or June? What am I gonna wear to my grandchildren's graduation? And it's outdoors. Well, this is rayon-based and it breathes with you.
Right.
And you don't have to worry about, I was in the rain for 4 straight days in Palm Beach. I must be the only human being that brought torrential rain to Palm Beach, and I never saw, not once did I see the sun. And this little guy in the navy and the ivory just outperformed itself.
Love it, Diane.
You know, and the price is just crazy. If you're used to $300 blazers, you could buy literally 4 or 5 of these for the price of one blazer, and guess what? You'd be so happy. But do let me tell you, ladies, the way we often say our jeans are a collectible, and you kick yourself when you just buy one. Pick 2 favorite colors here. Emily, can you open yours up? Unbutton it too. Thanks. You look at the way that lays.
I know.
Hand down, please. I hate that model hand on the hip thing. Sorry about that. I'm being bossy today, girls. I'm sorry. But I'll buy everybody Chinese food later. And we'll all be happy. And we'll all be happy eating a lot of carbohydrates and salt.
That does
You'll forgive me. But this is for sure one of my best inventions ever. Because it's for a baby boomer body. It's for an over 40 body that's had a couple of kids or not. But it's also for a woman who leads an on-the-go life, doesn't want to spend extra money dry cleaning, doesn't want to worry about having to press something or put it in a steamy bathroom every morning. And you know what? It's expensive. I find that having a career is expensive just in and of itself. Transportation back and forth to work. When I'm down here, I don't want to tell you what it takes for my cat sitter to take care of my little children, my furry children.
I know, having
my fur balls.
A doggy sitter, I know.
So do you want to spend extra money on dry cleaning and pressing? And that's the other thing I love about this. If you've ever had a gabardine blazer and you start to get all that shiny stuff around the seams because it's always getting pressed, because it's always wrinkling, that'll never happen here because this is wrinkle resistant. Exactly. And the wild thing is, the way this was woven, and we were looking for a really good stretch in a gabardine, the way this was woven, honestly, the factory just did it by accident. And I suddenly realized, I was calling people in China and saying, do you realize this is no wrinkle? And they were saying, really? And I said, go test it. It's the way it's woven, and it's, when you make a really fine gabardine, you go about 40 denier. It's a delicate thread, but it means that when it's woven tighter, closer together. It's kind of the way when you've got a fine gauge, really expensive sweater, you've got those really delicate yarns, and it's just beautifully accomplished. That's the same thing for this gabardine.
Right.
So
even for the trouser. So I mean, that's what you're talking about.
Well, the same fabric.
So, right, so everyone knows, because, and again, I know we're popping up the number for the trouser, but the trouser with over 80% gone, and over 700 trousers just went out of here. And I'm not even sure if we have any left in the blush, but we'll try to check. But I wanted to give you that number, 648297. So again, the same stretch as Diane is saying. It's all of that wonderful growth.
I do want to say that this is on a stretch like you're used to in our denim. This has a bit of stretch. This has a lot of wrinkle resistant. This has a very stretchy inner lining. It is built in a way that is so purposeful for our lives. And then again, there's a price. You know, you might think 100 times before you bought a $369 blazer, but don't think twice about buying a $69 blazer.
Exactly.
And the color is magnificent. And you'll notice, sorry, I just got a leg injury, you can't see anything underneath it. It buttons easily across. What biggest part of my body is through here. The back vents give you a lot of grace and ease as you sit and look really good from the back. The pockets, if I want a day when maybe I've got a little fussier top underneath, I want to mellow down the jacket, I just put the flaps on the inside.
I think that's a great feature, Diane. And real pockets,
Yeah.
that's another one of the upgrades, that these are actually
And they're
real
bees and pockets, which means there is so much labor put into these. So, you know something, everything here is built to please you. Everything here is built to last. Everything in this garment is built to your body type and built to make your life easier.
Exactly.
Who wants to spend a lot of stressful morning moments trying to put it together?
We have enough stress in our lives, right?
And the other thing is, and Bobby puts this point together every time, is there's something about this blazer because of the 40 denier quality of the gabardine. It's a female blazer.
It's a very female blazer.
And I've tried on so many blazers for women that are men's blazers.
Completely. Like I said, basically every blazer that I have, with maybe the exception of two.
Isn't that weird? What?
And I don't wear them anymore because of that.
Well, now that my hair is short, I can't.
You can't.
It doesn't look right.
It doesn't look right.
You almost need to have long, super sexy hair to wear a really harshly tailored with hard lines.
Like the old Joan Crawford.
Blazer.
And you do
this
have like a slight
softness to it, even to the point that the sleeve has that slit. Because sometimes, if I want to wear a bulky watch or a couple of bracelets, and I've got a blazer on that has a narrow sleeve opening with all those buttons, which half the time don't function, you have to unbutton all those buttons, so you stop wearing jewelry. Or you stop, you know, many times the sleeve will be so rigid and small that I can't wear a long sleeve top underneath it. But this is just ideal. And then the fact that, you know, if you're up and down in an office all day, maybe you're a real estate agent, what a perfect garment for you. I mean, you're gonna look like $1 million. You're gonna look like you're talking with authority. You're gonna look like you make a lot of money because you just spent a lot of money on this garment. And you've got the perfect colors. Now for me, the black is a must-have. Go on Facebook and you'll see my crazy outfit that I did with black on black. The navy, I've got to have that to go with indigo and mid-tone denim. The ivory, the color of the year, along with that makeup blush, where honestly, you cannot make a mistake with that color, because look at how beautiful it looks with chambray.
It's stunning. And by the way, in this hour, here again, the ivory, the blush, but that navy blue and the black, I cannot say enough. The navy blue and the black have been on fire.
You know, it's funny.
I mean,
originally, I had to, for Palm Beach, I couldn't even get my sizes. I had to take, I had to take a large in the ivory, and I'm truly a medium. I couldn't get the blush at all. I was able to get the navy.
Seriously?
I wouldn't give them back.
No, you
my
don't
office
want to give them back.
those are what we call, they're what they call keep samples, which means they're perfect, and they want to keep them so they have a reference. And I said, I'm not giving them back. I'm wearing them every day.
Sorry.
Big push and pull there. That's how good these are.
Oh, without a doubt. And then in talking about different people and different lives, I have to tell you, I just think it is one of the coolest looks to have a blazer, to have that tee, and have jeans.
I love borrow from the boys.
Right, I mean, that's going to be probably almost, probably safe to say most of our lives, no matter where you live in the country. You know, you put this on, and you also take maybe a plain jean and a t-shirt, and you elevate, you know, the look and the presence and then, you know, the style.
How many garments can you honestly say where you bought something this beautifully tailored, fully interlined in the front, fully lined, this structured, and turn around And you didn't even spend what you ordinarily spent on a blouse or an undergarment.
You're right.
And you're getting years of wear out of this because we didn't give you an exaggerated lapel. We gave you a classic one-button closure, which to me is very important because sometimes when you get a two-button closure, it starts riding across your stomach and you never want to button it at all.
And you're right, they do look dated.
They look dated, and you usually have to make the two-button longer. This is just the right length.
And you can't wear them open, right? Or a lot of blazers, right? They look great closed or not.
What kind of garment, honestly, that's tailored, can you say that just by changing your footwear, you change the mood? Because I'm a big fan of wearing a blazer with a skinny jean and a tennis shoe. I think that is the cool girl look.
I completely
and then
agree.
Turn around and wear with the matching trouser or a dyed-to-match jean, and you've got a church event and you're putting on a little pump with it. Or you've got another day where you're gonna go to a lunch, you're gonna meet the girls at a high-end cafe, and you're gonna wear it with a really feminine little ballet flat. You are so in control of the mood you're going to get out of this garment. And guess what? Probably every other article of clothing you've got on to wear with this will cost more than $69. Here's the shocker of the show, because you will have sticker shock when you get this home. You'll say to yourself, you'll kick yourself and say, should have bought more.
Why didn't I buy more color? Right, because if we have any left, I mean, that's when you see the HSN price.
Look what it's going to go up to when the day is done.
Which is still beyond a steal. But you can buy for $14, or we have our other fabulous option for all of those who do not yet have the HSN card. I have to share this again because I just was over the moon when I saw this weekend. For this weekend and this weekend only, if you do not yet have the HSN card, you can go to our website, you can search HSN card, you can call the number that's on your screen, and we will give you 40, not 10. It's normally 10. It goes back to 10 after the weekend. $40 that you could spend on anything. Can you imagine getting this home for 20? Exactly. Getting this blazer home with all of the features that we'd share with you, all the versatility. It is another garment also ageless, and I think that's something so important.
Not only is it ageless if you get the right fit, but the other thing that always aggravates me. I was about to say another word. I would have gotten, that would have been the end of my television career, ladies. But what really kills me is you are going to see this again and again and again. It is going to become the #1 must-have for spring, going to become the #1 must-have for fall and winter. And when you start to see a tailored trend like this, this is the first year where we're literally bombarded with it, but it's going to build and build and build in importance. And you're standing there left out in the cold because as we age, we get more weight through the bust line. So that takes away my option of wearing a lot of blazers. I have way too much weight in my upper arms. That takes away my options of wearing a contemporary blazer. Or it's double-breasted, and that's very difficult for me. It makes me look heavier. Or I can't button it in front. Or I have to take a size up, 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 up to get it to fit through the arm. And then guess what? It's way too baggy in the body. Here, I gotta tell you something. You look so slim, so together in this. Layer as much as you want to underneath it. Take a color of blush and think about wearing it in the wintertime with maybe a light gray jean, a light gray layering piece underneath it. But whatever you do, don't discount the fact that this is not a $69 blazer. We killed ourselves to bring it to you at this price. Why? Because I think it is so important that girls like us, women of a certain age, get to come in on every trend. Don't get left out suddenly in the cold. Don't have little blazers that are all skimpy and up to here and all skinny through here. Get something that is dedicated to you, thought out for you. And then again, for the price, you're just thinking to yourself, no, now wait a minute. I just paid $69 for a tank top, yeah, guess what? You will be shocked when you get this home.
100%.
So here's my
100%.
advice to you, heartfelt, and from the fact that also I'm somebody who's gonna own this in 4 or 5 colors. I would go for the navy.
Definitely.
Black,
too.
ivory, and blush. That's just me. And the blush
I'd be
is
the
my
same.
newest, I'm in love with it, color.
Well, everything it does for one's complexion.
Glow on the go,
My
that's
goodness,
what
will
I
bring
say.
it on.
Same for the ivory, because you know, all winter long now, I've worn ivory, but I didn't have this blazer yet. But a chunky, sleeveless ivory sweater underneath.
That'd be great.
A pair of dark gray jeans, a gray boot, and an ivory blazer. Everybody in New York and every window in New York all winter long was ivory
yes.
suiting.
Yes.
You know me, if I can get out of the house, I'm gonna go shopping. I'm gonna try on, I mean, I live in New York City. This is like catnip for a cat. And I wanna tell, if my cat sitter is watching, stop making them little druggies. I come home and she's bought them like 30 catnip toys. They're walking around the house like this, like, hi, Mom, I'm spaced out.
That's hilarious.
But honestly, we're living in a city like New York for a fashionista like me is like catnip for a cat. So I'm trying on everything. I'm trying on $3,000 blazers. This is what I choose to wear every day. Why? It fits a middle-aged body. And also, I don't feel guilty about it if I get something on it. But I will tell you what, you will grab it again and again, like what you were saying, the 90-10. 90% of the time, you just go to 10% of your wardrobe. Get set for your latest obsession.
Yeah, this will be in there.
Because this is definitely
And then what do you hate
it.
about blazers, right? I mean, most of us
I hate the fact that they're rigid.
Me too.
I hate the fact they're built for a younger woman. You know,
Way
when they
too
started that
structured.
whole trend where blazers suddenly became cropped and so short, I look like a waiter in a restaurant,
or they're too long.
right?
I also noticed they're either really short or really long.
Yeah, and they always
without
say,
being round,
they
like the round
always
is
say
it's different.
Oversized. Well, yeah.
Not good.
So this is not boyfriend. This is very feminine.
Absolutely.
This is a weight you can wear absolutely year-round. If you're in New York, and you were in an over-air-conditioned office that's freezing like mine is in the summertime, great way to go. If you're a woman like me that isn't wild about doing sleeveless, upper arms are not definitely the best feature, wear with a little cami underneath. But this is your piece of security. And the best part about it is you will be perceived as years younger because this garment is going to be the must-have, the must-wear, the must-collectable of the year and building. Next year will even be more important than this year.
And it's not a style that will be, okay, it's so on trend right now that you're never gonna wear it again. It is a timeless style.
So tell me something, Bobby. When you saw this, and we always send our top hosts samples in advance so they can wear it and enjoy it. When you saw this, if you didn't know the price of it, what would you think?
Well, I would have easily thought, for us, HSN, easily over 100.
Yeah,
easily.
like 119, 129.
I was gonna say 110 to $120, definitely. And I also, the first thing I did is like I went to the closets, because I used to have the same thing, a lot of blazers, and now they're narrowed down to this because none of them, to me, they were either too long, too short, too
rigid,
harsh. And I want to say
too
another
costumey.
thing. Yeah, and I also
or too
think
harshly cut.
I say having the rounded edge, that also adds to the femininity, because I think that's what I don't like about a lot of the other blazers.
It?
That's why I think they're just
And also
very
one of the latest trends
looking.
has been this Balmain double-breasted, very harsh cut blazer. And so, you know me, I bought one, I bought two.
Did you wear them? No.
Isn't that terrible?
I bet not.
And I try pulling them out every time, and it's like, no, it's too young for me. It's not right. And I had to buy the largest size. And then kind of after breast cancer treatment, I got lymphedema in one arm, and then I couldn't even get my arm through it because they were so rigid. So you know what? I want to say something. Price doesn't count if it's not meant and made for you and I.
Absolutely.
This is just an insane, giftable price to you. To get in on a trend that's going to last for years, make you feel so good about yourself. Do you do a lot of church events? Are you in the corporate world? Are you downsizing and into doing your own business now? Are you in real estate, which I love? I'm obsessed with real estate.
Yes.
And do you want to look like $1 million without spending it? This is
the blazer. So navy black, ivory blush, the star.